Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Cloud Nerchuko. In this video, I will talk about mirroring of Azure PostgreSQL Flexible Server into Microsoft Fabric. So let's start our today's video. First thing I will discuss about the required prerequisites for mirroring the PostgreSQL database, and then we will do the hands-on on Microsoft Fabric. So coming to the prerequisites, we need an Azure PostgreSQL Flexible Server with computer of general purpose or higher. The basic one is not sufficient to mirror the data. And the second one is we need to install CDC extension plugin. And then next we need to enable system managed identity. And then we need to enable server parameters. And then we need to create a database which you can choose the default Postgres, or you can create your own database to mirror. And then network access should be enabled so that Fabric can connect with the Azure SQL, PostgreSQL Flexible Server. So in this hands-on, we will do discuss about this creation part. So let me go through this window. In this short video, 1 minute video, you can observe how I created and choose the configuration of flexible server. Guys, this is a short video which is of 1 minute. Just watch on the screen what is the details that you can observe and how to enable that fabric mirroring page. When you are here on the fabric mirroring page, you just need to choose your created database and just prepare it so that all the parameters that you are seeing above will be enabled except the system sign managed identity. I think you can enable that managed identity from the portal itself. So once you restart the flexible server, all the parameters will be installed, including extensions. Okay. Already created one flexible server, so I'll just try to show you how to create a new server and the configuration which I choose. So just click on create. So in the basic tab, just choose your resource group and enter the name of the server, and select the region, and you need to choose your version. So choose whatever version you would like to, and then select development, as we are doing this for dev environment. And then in the compute and storage, just click on configure server. Choose on the server at the cluster option, and then in the compute tier, burstable is not supported for mirroring the Postgres database, so we need to choose higher service tier. So just select general purpose, and then choose any one of the processor, and then just select the D2. So in the storage type, just select premium SSD, and these are all by default values. Just disable the high availability. For now, we don't use it. This is just for lab purpose. So these are your costing options you can observe here. So I created as it is same. Just this thing is I didn't get this compute processor earlier. So once you create it, just save it, and then disable, and then choose your admin, and then administrator login username and password, and password give again one more time, and then next go to networking. So in the networking section, make sure if you want to give public, just select public access. For this demo, I gave public access, and later we can remove this flexible server, and click on allow public access to this resource to the internet using a public IP address. So click on the checkbox, and then add the current IP address. This is what we needed in the networking section. And in the security, choose the existing default service manager key, and then tag, and then review plus create. So once you create, uh, you need to wait for 5 to 10 minutes to provision to get the provisioned Azure PostgreSQL Flexible Server. So as I have already one flexible server, I'm just opening this. So you can see on the left hand side, I got all the option to choose from, and on the right hand side, I got my details like what is the state of it, and then the endpoint details, the location, these all details. So to stop building on my resource, I just stop the flexible server. So meanwhile, before explaining the prerequisites, let me just start the flexible server. So the prerequisites we need to set is, so by default, you need to set some server configuration parameters. For example, this WAL level should be logical, and initially it is a replica, so you need to change this to logical, and then max server process is there. Let me go to the documentation. So this is the documentation available, and so if you want, you can check this out. The same exact steps we need to follow to create it. So this is the parameter you need to set. I'll just show you. So you need to enable it. So everything will be taken care of by Azure, the installation of plugin. So these are all the four parameters that we need to enable. I will show you this system assign managed identity. This is also to be enabled. And this extension Azure CDC is required, so that it will transfer the data in the near real time to the Fabric mirror database. So on your overview page, just come to this tab, Fabric Mirroring Preview. When you restart the flexible server, this is how it looks. Server is up and running. It is ready for mirroring. So you can just go to your Fabric and do the hands-on. As you can see now, the PostgreSQL server is successfully started. So just let me refresh. Just let me check the ORE status. So it is ready. So to interact, like to create a database, you need to install either pSQL or uh, pgadmin tool. This one. So you can see here. So this is the pgadmin tool. You need to connect to the database by giving all the required connection details like server name and then username and password of your Postgres database, which you gave during the creation of your Postgres flexible server. So once you connected to your flexible instance, create a new database known as sample underscore db or any db you like, and then just create a table and insert few records into this data. So just let me select it. So you can see here I successfully retrieved all the details present in my employees table, and you can see here in the sample DB. If I go to the schemas and then public and then tables, so this is my employees table. So we have 5 columns here: employee ID, first name, last name, department, and hire date. So once you create your sample DB, so that you want to like mirror the data present in your database to Fabric. After that, you need to create a separate user, especially for Fabric, so that you can only give the particular database for mirroring. So for that, you need to create or enable a permission to the user so that it can be created. So these are the default permissions that are available in the Microsoft Fabric documentation page. You can see here. Go to tutorial and then scroll down. So this is your database role that you need to create. So I gave the similar roles and grant this Azure CDC admin to the Fabric user so that the replication is managed by that extension. And then you need to give a permission on your database to the Fabric user so that it can access the data underlying that DB. So for this, we have written, I mean, we need to execute few commands in this OPG admin tool. So those are these. Once you executed these commands, so that it will assign all the necessary permissions, and then you need to assign this schema permission on the public. Sorry, you need to assign the um, grant usage permission on the public schema to the Fabric user, so that whenever you log in using this user details, you will create a connection on this particular PostgreSQL DB. So let me just check with the Postgres. Yes, let me refresh. For connection details, you can find here the endpoint details and admin name and the password you set. So just log into the PG admin and create a database and assign the necessary permissions. So once you assigned it, we just need to go back to the Fabric mirroring, and then there is a screen here where you can just select your database and then proceed it. So once you proceed, the Azure PostgreSQL, this Azure will manage and install the CDC extension plugin and set all the parameters that are required for to enable the mirroring of your selected database. So here I selected the sample DB which I created, and there is Postgres database also you can choose from. So once you see this message like server is ready for mirroring, then you need to go to Microsoft Fabric and then create the connection. So just let me go to my Fabric workspace, and this is my workspace. Just create a new item. Select your database, PostgreSQL Flexible Server, and then select it. So give the server details, endpoint, copy it from here, and the database sample underscore db. The connection I have created already, so I am just selecting it. If you want, you can create a new connection. Just you need to provide your username and password, which we use it separately for Fabric. This is the one, Fabric user. Send the password you set. You need to give that, and then it will create a new connection. So as I already created connection, let me just choose it and connect. So once the connection is successfully established, you will see the details of the tables or the DB which you selected. As of now, I choose only one database, and within the database, one table is there. So just select it. It will display the preview data, and just connect to the mirror database and just name it like whatever you like, Fabric PGSQL DB, and just create that particular database. So once the mirror database is created, we can just click on the change the endpoint to SQL and just query the data on the database, whatever rows are there on the particular database. So you can see here the status which is running. So just let me wait for a few seconds. Okay. So now it is configured, and you can see the mirror database ID and the source and source connection string. So just query in T-SQL. Click on this button. So you can see here the schema is there, and within the schema we should be able to see our table. So you can see here employees is the table that we need, and it was there. So just click on new query and try to write a select statement, and click on run. Okay, just give the schema. So you can see here the query was executed in 4 seconds. Just let me run again. So you can see here compared to the initial time where we uh, was running the query, it took 4 seconds. So now it came down to 934 seconds due to the cache by default enabled on um, the database. So just let me delete one row. So you can see here I just executed a query to delete a record from employees table and just run it to verify. So right now we have two records. Go to Fabric and just verify. So you can see here I think 10 seconds passed by so far. There is no effect in the Fabric mirror database. So I think you need to wait for at least 20 or 30 seconds to see the updated data. Just let me run one more time. Nothing. Okay, you can see here it is executed in 976 milliseconds and the data is updated according to the source database. So both are matching. So this is about the hands-on on Fabric mirroring on PostgreSQL database. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button, share to your friends and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all.